Good morning, everyone. It's Jamie from Island Yoga UK. It's Wednesday, and just hoping that you all had a happy solstice and International Yoga Day, and you've set some intentions. That's great. So, okay, let's come to today's practice now and just gently close the eyes with the shoulders relaxed. We should be in an upright seated position. And we're just going to connect with the breath, the body, and the mind. So watch your breath as it flows. Don't try to alter your breath in any way. Feel the body's reaction to each and every breath. Now let's extend the breath, breathing longer, slower, and deeper. Inhaling through the nose, allowing the abdomen to expand as we inhale fully. And at the end of our exhale, just drawing the abdomen in. And just keep this slow rhythm for a few more rounds of breathing. Allowing the abdomen to expand as we inhale and contract as we exhale. And then slowly bring the palms to heart center in Atmanjali Mudra. And we'll say one long Om together to start the class. Inhale deeply. Om. Release the hands, put them behind your back. And then as you exhale, bend forward from the waist and surrender to Mother Earth. Inhaling, coming back up. Release your hands again. And with a few gentle blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Okay, thank you for joining me again. Let's take our positions with the flat tabletop back, all fours, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we're going to keep that long, slow breathing as we do some cat-cow stretches. So let's inhale, slowly moving the back, flexing the back as we inhale deeply. And then exhale, pushing away, dropping the chin to the chest. Inhaling once more. Exhaling. Rounding the back, pushing the middle of the back towards the ceiling. Inhale. Long and slow. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Releasing to a neutral position and bringing the knees slightly closer together. We're going to get the legs involved now. So the same back movement, this time raising one leg at a time and keeping the legs straight with the toes pointed. We'll start with the right leg. So inhale, long and slow, flexing the back and also raising that right leg as high as you can. Exhaling and bending the knee now, bringing the knee into the chin as we round the back. Same leg, inhale. Exhaling, bringing the knee to the opposite elbow and pushing away so that we flex the back. Inhale. Exhale, knee to the right elbow this time. Inhale. Exhale to the chin. Inhale. Exhale to the opposite elbow. Inhale. Exhale to the right elbow. Release that right knee down, and we're going to go straight on with the left leg. So let's inhale, left leg goes up this time. Still focusing on flexing the back, first one way and then the other. Exhaling, bringing the knee to the chin. Inhale. Exhale, crossing over to the right elbow. Inhale. Exhale to the left elbow. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale, the last one of these, raising that left foot up as high as you can. Exhaling, and knee to the left elbow. Coming back to the neutral tabletop position. And let's widen the knees right the way to the outside of the mat and find our resting warrior. So buttocks go back onto the heels, and then we're stretching the arms forward. Allowing our breath to take us deep in today. The last long breath here. And then let's lie the body forward now and come into up dog. So it's the first real back bend of the day. So just being very mindful, working with the breath, tuning into your body's reactions, and always working within your comfortable limits. Trying to maintain that long, slow breath will help us truly be in the present moment with our practice. The next exhale, we're going to tuck the toes and move back into down dog. And just doing whatever you need to do today to just sink slowly into your beautiful down dog. So you can start on tiptoes with bent knees and then just gradually working the feet down flat if that works for you today. Just a couple more breaths here. Now let's move into high plank pose. Soften the elbows. And again, just focusing on the long breath. Holding the body straight. And now just lift the right foot just very slightly off the mat and point the toes of the right foot. And feel how the work changes when you've just got 3 points down onto the mat now. Just the left leg supporting us with the right leg stretched out behind. Just another couple of breaths here. And now releasing the right foot down onto the floor and pushing back briefly into down dog. We're not going to stay here for long. It's just to feel how it feels dropping in for the second time. And now coming back to high plank. And once you're steady in your plank, then let's raise the left foot just a little bit off the mat with the toes pointed. And breathe. Let's have the last long breath here now. Release the left foot down onto the mat and once more into down dog. From here, you've got two options. You can either walk towards the hands or you can jump towards the hands. So let's do that now. And either way, when you arrive at the front of your mat, let's keep the knees soft. Throw the arms forward to create a lovely straight back. And then inhale coming up. And release the arms. Well done. If you need to round the shoulders to release any tension, you can do that now. First one way, and then the other. Excuse me, I've got a little bit of a frog in my throat today. Let's take our position at the front of the mat and let's keep the feet just a few inches apart. Grounding down evenly into the feet. Right, left, back, front. Let's just find our equilibrium. Slightly soften the knees, tilt the pelvis forward to engage the thighs, pull the belly in and extend the spine up. With the next inhale, let's raise the arms to the front, all the way up. Upper arms next to our ears. We can keep the hands hip width or a shoulder width apart with the palms facing each other. And just breathe, just stretching up and grounding down. Always lengthening the spine with the breath. Finding our beautiful equilibrium. From here, we're going to move into the chair pose. So let the hips go back, slightly tilting the upper body forward. And you can look neutrally ahead, or you can gaze up towards the hands. Wherever you are today, that's good. Just keep breathing. And then very slowly release the hands and come to standing once more. We're going to do a balance now, and our balance today will be Garudasana, the eagle pose. And I think it's very useful that we start with the bent knees. So as you find your position to start the eagle pose, bend the knees deeply. I'm just going to go side on so that you can see that. So this would be my starting point. I'm really bending the knees quite a lot. And then I'm going to cross right leg over left as high as I can. And then left arm comes over the right one to find your eagle arms. Just focusing on the breath, lifting the elbows slightly away from the body so that the wrists are about at eye level. Just a couple more breaths here. And slowly releasing the arms and releasing the legs. Well done. Let's do that on the other side now. So bending the knees deeply once more, this time crossing the left leg over the right, tucking that foot behind if you can, and then the right arm over the left, bending at the elbows and finding your eagle once more. And then slowly releasing the arms and releasing the legs. Well done. Any tension in the lower legs, you can just kick the feet out briefly. Helps release any tension. Okay, let's come at the back of our mat now. First kneeling. And then lying down on our belly for the front. Let's activate the legs so the feet and the legs are active, the upper parts of the feet pushing down into the mat, and then reach behind you to interlock the fingers behind your back, above your buttocks, and pull your arms away from the shoulders and lift them away from the buttocks. As we inhale, we're coming into a cobra variation, Bujang variation. Just keep breathing. We're trying to peel the chest and the chin away from the mat, activating the front and the back to help us build those muscles and support the spine. Just a few breaths here. And then slowly releasing back down. And then pushing back to Shashankasana, child's pose, as a counter. So just releasing the chest down onto the knees, the head down onto the mat, and the arms behind you. Trying to just let go of any tension in the lower back before slowly coming back up to Vajrasana. And then laying our belly down again once more so that we're laying on the mat. This time the hands can go under the hips with the palms facing up. So right hand under the right hip, left hand under the left hip, and just allow the elbows to come down onto the mat, and your chin can be on the mat as well. As we inhale, we're raising the right leg remains straight and the toes pointed. We're really trying to reach as far back as we can now towards the back of the room. And just hold the leg there as we allow the breath to go long and deep. This is the Locust pose, Shalabhasana. So we're starting with the right leg. Just feel the body's reaction and keep focused on the long breath. And slowly releasing that right leg down onto the mat in time with the breath. Next, inhale up with the left leg, this time toes pointed once more, straight leg. And you can just hold that up there with a few breaths. The chin and chest can either stay on the mat or you can lift it just a little bit to increase the back bend. This asana is really good for any sciatic problems. And we're just going to have one more long breath on this side. And release that left leg. Let's do both legs together now as we inhale, the last 5 breaths here. And now you can lift the chin and the chest away from the mat a little bit. It's not important how high you raise the legs, but rather that you are raising them just a little bit and you're stretching them back towards the back of the mat. Just keep breathing. And on the next exhale, slowly down onto the mat. Release the hands and push back into Shashankasana one more time. Just gently allowing the back just to release and relax. And then slowly coming back up once more. We've got one more asana in this sequence, so let's lie down on our front again. This time we're going to support our upper body with our left forearm. So the left elbow comes under the left shoulder, the left wrist comes under the right shoulder. And we're using that forearm parallel to the front of the mat to support our torso. And we're then bending the right knee, reaching round with the right hand, drawing the right foot towards the outside of the hip. And then if we have the flexibility, we can turn the hand so that the fingers face forward. And then just breathe into that. This is Eka Pada Bekasana, the one-legged frog. Keep the left leg active. Try to keep the shoulders facing the front of the mat. And just using that right hand to come deeper into the stretch. and feel the work just for the last long breath here. And slowly releasing the right leg, changing forearms now. So it's the right forearm that's supporting you. And then bending the left knee, reaching round for that left foot, drawing the left foot down towards the outside of the left hip. Keep the right leg active. There's lots going on in the body here, so just focusing on the breath. And it's the last long breath here now, before releasing the left leg and pushing back once more into Shashankasana, child's pose. Just allowing the breath to go long and deep and slow. And then very slowly coming back up. We just move into Vajrasana very briefly before bringing our feet round towards the front of the mat now and just coming into Dandasana, or the staff pose. Hands can stay beside the hips initially, keep the feet active, the legs active, and we're trying to stretch up with the spine. And now let's involve the arms, inhaling, arms come up to the side, hands can stay apart, just stretching up. Urdhva Dandasana, just a few breaths. Throughout our practice, we're trying to create extra space between the vertebrae so that when we bend and twist, we can do so safely to protect our spinal health. Just one more long breath here. And then release the hands, bending the right knee, placing the right foot quite close into the groin if you can. And trying to keep the spine straight as we turn towards that knee. Opening the shoulders, you can hug that knee and really open up that right shoulder now, so that the right shoulder faces all the way towards the back of the mat. The right hand can go down loosely onto the mat. And you're trying to focus on keeping the spine upright. You're looking over that right shoulder now. Just a few breaths. Keep the left foot active. And then you're coming back, changing legs. So left leg is bent now, and we're turning towards that knee all the way around, feeling that spinal twist, opening the left shoulder now. So the left shoulder is pointing all the way behind you if possible, and the left hand softly onto the mat. Keep the right foot active just for a few breaths. And then slowly coming back to the center once more. Well done. Our next asana is going to be Gomukasana, or the cow face. So in order to do this, I'm just changing my directions. I'm laying my right knee down, and the right knee is facing forward, and the right ankle comes over onto the left side. I'm then stacking the other leg directly on top of that so that the left knee comes on top of the right knee. The left ankle comes out to the right side, and hopefully you can see that. And if that feels like your hips are feeling that, then just stay there. The hands can be in any position you like, just so that you can try and relax into that. If you feel that you're able to tackle something else, then just allow the lower part of the body to feel that asana. And then if the left knee is on top, you're extending the right arm up and reaching down towards the middle of your back. And then the other arm comes up the bottom, and you're trying to link the fingers together. So just stay where you are. I'm just going to show you that hand. So if you can reach them together, then please do so, and just try to keep the spine uplifted. And that's quite difficult for many people with the arms, so just try your best. And then if you need to, in future, you can always use a belt or something to try to link the hands together. Just the last long breath there now. And then releasing the arms and releasing the legs. So we're going to do the opposite side. The left knee comes down onto the mat now with the knee in front, and the right knee gets stacked on top. Ankles out to the side. And just try to keep the hips on the mat and just feel the work. If that's enough for you, just stay there. If you want to involve the arms, the right knee's on top, so the left hand goes up, and then the hand reaches back down towards the middle of your back. The other hand comes up, and you try to link the fingers together. Keep sort of sitting tall with the spine uplifted, and feel the work on the lower part of the body and the upper part of the body at the same time. Some similarity with the eagle pose. We did our first balance, working two parts of the body at the same time. And it's the last long breath here. And then slowly releasing the arms and unwinding yourself. And let's come together in the Konasana now with the soles of the feet together. Bringing the ankles near to the groin. And I always like to just link the hands under the feet there, just so that I can use them as a kind of an anchor point to then pull away from the feet. I'm pulling away, opening the chest, lengthening the spine. And as I do so, I can allow the knees to come down towards the mat. Just breathe. Long, slow, and deep. And just a little bouncing there. We can flap our butterfly wings. Well done. And then we're going to release that pose. Bring the knees slightly together and cross the ankles at the bottom. And then we're rolling back so that we're on our seat bones now with the ankles off the floor. Balancing. I'm just going to turn side on so you can see me. Just stay there. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to keep my upper back straight as well. Spine uplifted, squeezing the knees into the chest, keeping the ankles in tight as well. This is preparation for Tolasana. So let's raise the arms up now, keeping the legs where they are. Stretching up with that straight spine still. Plenty of work going on in the hips and the abdomen. Just a few breaths. And then releasing the hands, just recrossing the legs the other way, the ankles. All the time I'm sitting on my seat bones with the ankles off the mat and just squeezing them in tightly, just for a couple of breaths. And then raise the arms up once more. Keep the spine uplifted. And then releasing the arms, releasing the legs, and just laying down on your back now and bringing your knees into your chest. We're going to have one final lovely little rock from side to side with the knees in tight to the chest, squeezing them in. Feeling the lower back pushing against the mat. And as we roll gently from side to side, it just feels like we're massaging the lower part of the back. And letting go, releasing any tension you may have, just allowing that to dissolve. And we're already starting to relax now. We're going to slowly move into Savasana whenever you're ready. Adjusting your clothing or your environment to just make a few minutes of deep relaxation possible. So letting go now, relaxing the physical body, the ankles flop out to the side, the hands are relaxed, and the palms facing upwards if possible. You're slightly lengthening the back of the neck, so tucking the chin just very slightly. And now the whole body is going to be unmoving just for a few minutes. Allow the body to breathe with no interference from you. Just allowing the breath to find its own natural rhythm. With each exhale, you're just letting go and allowing that relaxation to come in. Bring your attention to the feet and just relax the toes and the feet and the ankles now. Relaxing the calves, the knees are soft, the thighs can relax, and that relaxation spreads up. The hips are heavy now and they weigh down onto the mat. Relax the buttocks, letting go. The lower back is released. And the legs are now heavy and rest. Now bringing your attention to the hands and the wrists. And you're going to relax the fingers and the hands. The lower arms and the upper arms. Letting go. And that relaxation spreads all the way up into the shoulders and the chests and the upper back. And the next exhale, you just relax even more. Now bring your attention to the face, the skull, and the jaw. Relax the jaw now, letting go of the jaw. Allow the tongue to feel heavy in the mouth and relaxing all those small muscles around the cheeks and the jaw, around the temples and the forehead, and especially that area between the eyebrows that we call the third eye. Just relax that now and allow all the muscles in the face to go droopy as you let go. The whole of the back side of the body is resting deeply and heavily onto the mat, and the whole body is soft and relaxed. If you feel any tension anywhere in the body, let it go now and go deeper. Such an important part of our yoga practice, the Savasana, the deep relaxation at the end of our class, enables the nervous system to calm down completely and to rest and recover, to rejuvenate. But now's the time to come back to the present moment, come back to our physical body. So just have a little deeper breath in now and start wiggling the toes and the fingers, waking the physical body up. Now let's stretch the right arm up and all the way back behind you. Bend the left knee so that the left foot is flat on the floor and roll over onto your right side, just to 1 or 2 breaths. Then in your own time, pushing back up to a seated position with the spine uplifted and the eyes still remaining closed. We're going to finish the class together, so let's place the palms together at heart center in that Manjali Mudra, and we're going to say one long Om to finish the class. So inhale deeply. Om. Rub the palms together. And now place the palms over the eyes. Just gently feel the warmth and gently massage around the eyes, the temples and the forehead. And then release the hands and gently open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you once again for joining me, and I'll be back with more on Friday. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you again soon.